Welcome, fans and foes, viewers and haters. I'm your cinema simpleton because Hollywood can't fool an idiot. Well, you guys took my review of a foreign language movie pretty positively, so let's move on to another one. One that too embraces the beauty of life by murdering a heartless Japanese clan leader to prevent the outbreak of war. Yes, 13 Assassins, one of the highest rated films of the website Rotten Tomatoes and considered by many to be one of the greatest samurai movies of all time. I'm pumped. I'm ready. I kind of liked it. What, do you people think I review samurai movies all the time? This isn't exactly my specialty, but that doesn't mean I considered it to be a bad movie either. I just thought for the story they were going for, there's quite a bit to keep track of in the process. I had to watch 13 Assassins twice just to make sure I understood who had what position and how high the stakes really were. Sue me! I'm an idiot! Set at the end of feudal Japan, 13 Assassins tells the debatably true story of a group of samurai assigned to break their code of honor in order to prevent a tyrant from gaining higher political power. The man just happens to be Lord Naritsugu, played by Goro Inagaki, who's the half-brother of the current shogun and leader of the Akashi clan, so he's kind of already a bundle of bad news before he steps up in the hierarchy. Now, I understand samurai history about as much as I do computer hardware engineering, but this movie actually does set up a considerably tough moral decision for the protagonist and his band of merry men. When you've been brought up since your youth to understand that your master's rule is sovereign, and you're suddenly asked to shank the guy, what are you supposed to do? Where are you supposed to draw the line between obligation and your own ethical compass? Especially when the lives of thousands could be in the balance. The movie succeeds in delivering a very morally driven story where you basically got to suck it up and pick a side. But all that can go to waste if you get lost in the movie's exposition, which, believe me, is actually easier than you think. A lot of details are important to keep track of if you want to understand these characters better or the tons of them who have mutual connections to each other. This movie's called 13 Assassins. This is why I tell people that pulling off the dwarves in The Hobbit is going to be no small task. Fortunately, director Takashi Miike does use techniques here and there to keep the audience drawn in, so I think he knew how big of a daunting task this movie was going to be for him. Now, if you're good with remembering everything that's going on, then there is a lot of juicy bits to savor. I personally enjoyed the story arc of the leader Shinzamon, played by Koji Yakusho. And he is a great opposite against the villain Naritsugu, who is one sadistic freak. I mean, he's more violence-obsessed than the Joker. Yeah, I'm serious. This dude wants to start wars because they're fun. He rapes, tortures, and murders because it's, and yes, I'm quoting, exciting. Yet, Inagaki pulls off the whole thing with a very reserved and calculating performance. Now, before I wrap this review up, there's one point I gotta address. One that absolutely shocked me right at the end of the movie revolving that nutcase Koyoda Kiga. I'm not gonna spoil it, but let me say this. It is bull! Just because the director explained in an interview that it's a tribute to Japanese mythology, don't mean jack all if you don't introduce a significant element like that earlier in the movie. I'm sure you people have no idea what I'm talking about, but trust me, the ending scene is completely mind-screwing. P.S. Mistersimsim agrees with me. It's bullcrap. Yeah. I may not be a big fan of samurai movies, but 13 Assassins does weave an impressive plot with all these characters on a very widespread scale. I've seen better action in samurai movies, but it's not really the main focus about what this movie's about, so there's a reason it doesn't get too over the top. My rating for 13 Assassins is a 3.5 out of 5.